Hey, good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. Saturday morning race day, and just made it down to Home Pierpont in Nottinghamshire. Not far drive, half an hour, and easy to get. A beautiful sunny morning, a bit chilly, but that's going to be a nice race for the sprint race I've got at 12:30 today. Just going to wander down to the event village, get registered, check in, do all those usual things, and have a look around. So come with me. Race day today, sprint race, sprint triathlon and World Championship qualifier. Slightly different layout this morning, I guess because of this great big thing that never used to be there. So I don't know what's going on there. Big building, not sure what that's all about, but a little bit of a slightly different layout. Right, let's have a look around, see what we can buy. Right, let's go and get registered. Okay, so race done. Had a walk around the expo and stuff. There's a few things that you could buy, but can't find what I want. I'm fed up of buying and spending too much money. But anyway, good race. What was the race like? Let's talk about the good side. So swim, a little bit better than last year. Still struggling in that first 200, 300 meters just to get any kind of rhythm, and that's me not. You know, there's a crowd, there's too many people, there's arms and legs everywhere. Just I don't know, something I need to work on, I'm sure. But once I got to 300, 400 meters, everything was far better. Settled into a decent rhythm. Swim was about a minute or so faster than last year, so happy with that. When I got out and saw that was better, I thought, okay, that's an improvement. Transition seemed to go well. T1 onto the bike shoes on and away. Really good bike ride, really enjoyed that. I'll have to I'll put the stats on, but I'll have to have a look and see what the difference was on the bike splits. And then run was 24 minutes something or other, 5 minute per kilometre pace. Quite happy with that. Overall time 1 hour 22 and 2 seconds. It's the official time. It's 3 minutes faster than the year before, so huge improvements. However, the aim and the target was qualification for World Championships for next year, and I don't think it's enough. There's the age group winner, flyer, absolute speed machine by the look of it, hour and 3 minutes. 20% on top of that is 118, something like that. 15-16 minutes on top of that. I was 122, so I'm going to be outside of that again. So, but 3 minute improvement, and we just keep plugging away next year and do it again. See if we can get a bit quicker. But I'm not unhappy with it. I've had a good race. I've had a good morning out, and you know the atmosphere around Outlaw is fantastic. So if you ever want to do an short sprint or 70.3 or even the full, then get an Outlaw event booked, particularly at Nottingham here. It's really right. Now I was going to stop the video there, so sorry about that. It's Sunday morning, but I was a bit negative in that clip there about my race at Outlaw Sprint, and I've had overnight to sort of sleep on it, and I've just done a 4K swim at Activities Away, so I've plenty of time to think about things while you're swimming 4K. But so I've sat there, swum round and thought, do you know what, yesterday I actually did really well. Analysed the data, analysed the split times, and I took 3 minutes 50 seconds off last year's time. Now 3 minutes 50 seconds is a 4.5% improvement, and when you look at that, that's actually a really good age group average improvement. Now it's not average, it's above average. I've done all the googling, I've thrown it through ChatGPT, I've had a look at the stats, and you know what, I actually had a really good race. Still got some work to do, because that swim for me is not good. I got in the front, then you get sort of surrounded, you've got arms and legs flailing everywhere, and you know what, it just ruins me. I can't breathe, I can't get my breath, I can't get a rhythm. So I got out of the way, let them get going, and then just settled into a rhythm. Was a minute or so quicker on the swim, so I was really pleased with that, to get out the water and see that my swim was so much better than it was. last year, and I'm so much better than I thought it was going to be, because after that first 200 metres I thought, this is it, I've wrecked my race again. But no, I got going and I got through that swim. Transition was quicker, T1 was faster than last year. Something went better there, don't know what. The bike, got out on the bike, and the bike was fast for me. I finally absolutely determined to break 20 mile per hour average, and I did it over that course. And bear in mind that there's 2 long straights at Home Pierpont, and two sets of bends at each end. You slow down for the bends, but to get an average over 20 mile an hour, I was absolutely chuffed with that when I looked at the stats. And then my run went really, really well as well. I had a couple of England GB age group ladies in front of me that I caught up, and they were going really, really well. They come past me, well, they caught me at about 4k, and they come past me, and I just picked up with their pace and then pushed on at the end and just overtook them for the finish. But that was a good run for me. Average 5 minutes per kilometre, 5.01 I think it was on my watch, but let's take 5 kilometres, 5 minutes per kilometre for a 5k. After that, good bike is great. It just meant I hadn't overbiked. If I'd overbiked, I'd have struggled on that run, but I didn't overbike. I took advantage of the bike. There was a good tailwind down one side, headwind down the other, but on the TT bike with the aero bars, that was that was a bit of advantage for me coming into the headwind. So really pleased with all of it, really. 1 hour 22:02, 3 minutes 50, faster than last year on the same course at the same time of year. You know, at the end of the day, that sorts me out. I'm happy with that. Yes, I'm disappointed I'm not going to get a qualification to the Worlds, but there's work to be done. There's some fast 60-year-old triathletes out there that I've got to try and beat. So not disappointed. I was miserable yesterday about it a bit. I didn't do much filming. I'm sorry about that. But at the end of the day, I've analysed it. I've sat and thought about it. And I think that's important. That's what you need to do as a triathlete, as an age group triathlete. You've got to sit down, analyse your performance, think about the positives, and see what you took from that race, because I took an awful lot out of that race yesterday. It's given me a huge amount of confidence to push on and know that I'm doing the right thing. The training's working, the racing's working, you know, everything's coming together. And at 59 years old, I've got to tell you, I don't think I've ever been fitter in my life. In fact, I know I've never been fitter in my life. So, sorry about the miserable end of what was going to be the end of the video yesterday. I was a little bit disappointed by it, to be honest. But you know what? Having slept on it, having analysed the stats, I'm happy. And I've just had a fantastic swim. 14.3 degrees in there today. I've had a fantastic swim. Just over 4k. Why? Why did I do 4k today? Well, because in a little over 3 or 4 weeks' time, I've got to swim 8.5k, the full length of Coniston Water. So that's the next challenge. There's going to be a lot of training in between. I don't think there's any racing in between from memory, but I will check. So keep an eye out, have a look. Don't forget, hit the like and subscribe, and then watch out for the next one. We'll see you on the next one.